overstate designate Rex Tillerson's comments regarding China are very dangerous, and the only way they can be described are empty threats by a decaying empire. The United States today is much like the old Western Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire in its dying days. For Rex Tillerson to say he's going to prevent or to insinuate that he's going to take steps against China with regards to Chinese claims on the South China Sea, which are legitimate, and for the United States to, talk about outrage about artificial creations regarding the Chinese islands in the South China Sea, the world has to remember the United States created an artificial waterway called the Panama Canal, and then used that artificial waterway to establish a colonial presence in Panama and declare that U.S. territory for over 100 years. So the United States itself has dirty hands to creating artificial creations to establish a presence in faraway lands, whereas the Chinese has territorial claims in the South China Sea. But one can only imagine what would happen, say, if China said, okay, if the United States wants to engage in some sort of tit for tat with regard to this issue, China could just say, very simply, order Walmart to cease all operations, including manufacturing, out of China. And the implications on the U.S. economy would be tremendous. Just think, all of Donald Trump's supporters that chant USA, USA, and also wave all those American flags that incidentally are waved, that are made in China, that would have a tremendous impact. What the United States is failing to recognize is that China is not as dependent on the United States as the United States thinks that it is. In the last several years, China has expanded its economic engine and has created alliances with Russia, with India, in Latin America, and in Africa, as a matter of fact, and throughout the world. The world economy has gone around and made the United States and has made trade with the United States irrelevant. The world looked at the United States and saw its economic terrorism in the form of sanctions on countries like Iran, and saw that they needed to form, mainly the other countries, needed to form an economic sphere outside the United States. So the United States is basically an old toothless tiger that may still be able to roar, but it has very little bite.